Hey guys, welcome back. I want to come on to do a little art journal spread to play along with my new goodies I just got last night from the Crafty Maven Getaway. So I got the January-February combo kit, and it is called Heartwarming and Hearth. It's a mixed media kit. You guys, it comes with so much. I do have a complete unboxing on my channel of all of these treasures. And quite frankly, I need some white paper, not white paper, I need some copy paper to put behind my stuff because I'm going to get messy today. So anyway, I thought I would, by the way, hello, my name's Shannon Allor. I'm on the design team for for Crafty Maven Getaway, and I am jumping right in. So I just got these goodies last night. I need more paper. And I did an unboxing. So if you want to see step by step everything I have, I did a little too excitedly share that on my channel. Now, I am using an art journal that I recently picked up because I do love to get my art on, and I needed to also get messy. So that's what we have our situation going there. So could I have prepped this ahead of time? Yes. So this is just mixed media paper, nice and sturdy, all as well. So what I thought I would do, since I have all of these new products, and yes, some of them are still quite wet, but I always love to give myself a palette because it gives me kind of a really strong nudge, like, okay, start working with these treasures and get to know them. And then, so let me back up. My plan for this design team term is I'm going to do a mixed media like art journal process first to really see what I have and see how it works and see how the products like to vibe, right? Then I'll do 2 layouts because I will be nicely in tune with my goodies. So that is my plan. So hopefully today I will be using stellar paste, glitter paste, my nice dark red pasta, some distress paint, handmade paper dye, yum, Nuvo shimmer powder. I've got Heidi Swap, mink foil in light pink, and I have got 4 American Crafts inks. So art journals, I tend to have them a lot flatter in product, meaning I might not come in with my incredibly gorgeous wood chunkies, right? But I have no problem layering paper and all of that stuff. So with that being said, I do have a water bottle. I do have, and I've never even used this, I've got some gel to use as glue. This, of course, did not come with my kit. I have it handy dandy because I want to slap some stuff down and see how it feels. Now, when I say that, in my kit, I received some beautiful papery goodness, and I want to see how things are gonna work, right? Yum, yum, yum. So let's see, light to dark, dark to light, totally your preference. Now, here's the thing. It's so precious. I don't even want to use it all, but I do want to use some. So this is a pink vellum, which may be one of the prettiest like mauve rose colors that you ever did see. I guess that's how much is going there. And then I want a stronger like grounding color over here. And I've got this gorgeous, oh, look how it tears my Lanta. Do you see all the fibery bits? I've got this gorgeous paper here, and that's going to be really kind of nice for the depth and the grounding vibe. Now, that being said, I do think I want a yibbit of this gorgeous reddish tone here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a sipperoo. None of these are real terms. Yes, I know, in case somebody comes at me. Of this lighter pink. I think that would be stunning. So I have that in mind. Now, what else? Ooh, my Lanta. We did get 3 I'm feeling a little precious about it, my friends. We did get 3 doilies. I'm wondering about using this super strong red one. Okay, I kind of like that here. Like using the whole thing, just like going for it. I think that would be yum yum sauce. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and grab a chunked up. This is my favorite kind of palette knife. Does anybody know where you can get like a set of 10 of these? Because every time I go to get, every time I go to get palette, like this kind of palette knife, you have to buy all these other ones, and that's just not what I want. And you guys, under and over is always suggested to me or for me. I have this little tray underneath this to have a slightly stable surface. Otherwise, it would be super wonky. So let's go ahead. And I mean, I want a decent amount on. If I need more, I can always layer it more. Oh, it has a rounded corner, so we can trim that corner later. Or now, or whenever. But I don't want to get everything all gluey, so it's just going to have to wait. There we go. Let's line that up. And what I said, and vellum, 10 out of 10. It's going to wrinkle, and I love it. Let's go ahead and get this down, because I want some of these bits that are gluey to have some time to dry, because I want, do you guys see? Do you guys see that really pretty, I'm almost picking up a little bit of like an apricot vibe. Come on, come back over. Will it come back over? I think I pushed it a little bit. Let's see. Do you guys see it? Ooh, that is pretty. So somehow I'm trying to be able to use, I don't know why I'm bothering moving it. I can just trim it. I'm trying to be able to use a little bit of this gorgeous vellum on my 2 layouts too, just because I'm a little smitten with it. And I want to be a little generous with this color that is coming off because I like it. And you never know how things will end up working out. You know, push out an air bubble there. So it's usually best if you kind of get that middle air bubble out and then work outwards from there. Bubbles and wrinkles don't bother me, so who knows what I'm even talking about. Now, if you don't want to continually get your, wash your palette knife, just wipe it off on something. My water's actually turned off at my house right now because my sub is updating. Updating the water mains. So yeah, I am on water rations in my house right now. So there we go. Love how that paper has all those filaments just coming out. Okay, awesome. That's going to dry a little bit. I say a little bit because who knows if I will have the patience to really let something fully dry. So same kind of thing over here. Now guys, if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I don't really want, and yes, Blue is snoring. You don't really want to watch the bit by bit. I get it. I mean, will it be like watching paint dry? It's incredibly possible. Okay, let's shimmy that down to the edge if I can. Come on. Ooh, this is like a little stubborn. It likes to be left alone. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on too. So I will end up using bits and pieces from my stash with this team. This is primarily a mixed media team, and that just happens to have gorgeous scrapbooking stuff to boot, right? Which you can always use the gorgeous scrapbooking stuff for your art journaling, canvases, all of that. I have used it for all of the things. So this has a lighter reddish tone. It almost sips into like an orangey red. So that's fun. So I'm going to get that down, get it into all of those little nooks and crannies of my doily. Now, I will end up popping on in with some white gesso, no doubt, to unify things as I go. But I'm just starting the fun. I don't even know what I'm planning on doing. Okay, so that gets the main big, oh, see, that's wanting to lift. Come on, come here, Missy. So that gets those main things kind of discussed. I like that. I like where we're going. You guys, I didn't even know I had this big giant tub of gel goo till I went and looked. I was like, oh my Lanta. You never know what you have. Okay, baby wipe due to my water rationing trauma. And I had it out earlier. I had a little inker explosion. So I like what we have here. Getting some wrinkles, which once again, wrinkles don't bother me, but if I see it from the get-go, see there's one right there. If I see it from the get-go, I'll try to push it out. If it chooses not to come out, fine. It will all be cute as I keep faffing with it. And I'm faffing because I'm trying to decide what I want to do next. Okay, that let me get the main bubble out. Okay, so I knew I wanted the paper down first. And this is me enjoying spreading that pretty color around because it's kind of what the mixed media projects do for me, is it allows me to say, oh, I like that that paper bleeds. How fun is that? Okay, now let's see what we have here, because as long as these are having their party, I can go ahead and get some different things going. So I like my pink distress paint. I think it is the bee's knees. So what I'm going to do, I also have some green I'm going to be using. So I don't want to have a situation where a lot of mud is brought in. So I think, yeah, did you see how I said I was going to let things dry? So let's go ahead. So this is Distress Paint, Kitsch Flamingo. It came in our kit this month. I have a little bit of water on my brush. I'm just going to enjoy it. No idea why this seemed like a good idea to go that way, but cool. It's going to go a little bit over our current project that we have started. It's kind of creating a space down here for me to kind of have some kind of a cluster. Interesting. Who knew? And then up here, I'm going to mimic the same exact thing. And like I said, if I do need to, I can always use white gesso, cheap white craft paint, whatever, to unify things. But we do have this stellar paste in our kit. What? I can't wait to try that out. Okay, we have this. You know what I'm kind of thinking? It's scary. It is scary. I'm all about being fine with being scary or scared. We have got these Heidi Swap foil little bits. What if I drop some of it into the paint? Ah, that was a huge chunk. I have to try to split that up. Now, normally I would say use a little liquid adhesive to, I'm trying not to get, okay, there we go. Use liquid adhesive to, ooh, yum, 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 to tap it down. But I have this pretty paint on here. So what if I gave it a bit of sparkle treatment and just see how it goes? Because we're doing the experimenting is why. Yes, it's very technical. I'm literally just pouncing it in. Now, I'm going ahead and pressing it a little bit because I think this is about the amount I'll be using for now. And if I feel like it, we can do the technique with a little bit of glue in a bit. You guys, look at that sparkle. Yes, yes, I do love me a sparkle. I do. Pink on pink with the sparkle. Love, love, love. We have action going on. Okay. And you guys, when you get this, it's like in a nice little tub. Boop, boop, boop. And it's like a piñata. Like, I think it just keeps growing. I have a little bit on my thumb, so let me see if I can get it used. Because why not? It was trying to ride shotgun. Perfect. So that came into the mix without me thinking too much about it. Now, since we have wet things, right? I mean, the acrylic paint will dry quickly. The distress paint, that's awesome. But let's see what we've done so far. We've used distress paint. Ooh, the mesmerizing glitter paste too. That will be cool popped on top. I kind of want this to dry, right? Because there's things I want to use on top of it. Why don't I give this a tiny bit of a punch? You know, I'm going to start with my Blossom. Hold on, let me find Mr. Blossom. My Blossom handmade paper die. This stuff is pigmented. Since we're going to have to wait for things to dry, so I'll probably go have lunch while it does. Let me just give myself some happy little splatters and see how that does when it mixes on top of and in between these gorgeous things that we have. Oop, I touched that one. Let's see, does it like a tap? Ooh, it does like a little bit of a tap too. Okay, so that brought in a little bit more of this orangey kind of vibe. Now let me try raspberry. Raspberry, it's like a hello, I am here color. It wants you to know that it exists. It's not a wallflower is my point. Here we go. So I'm having it touch a bunch of the different things that we have just because I want to see, like, does it change different colors in the different areas? Ooh, that lets it do good splatty bits when you give it just a little tappity tap. Okay, you guys, this looks like a confetti birthday party so far. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, so what I was saying is the raspberry, it is no joke. It goes for it. And then if I use blush, now blush likes to be a little bit calmer than its friends. Did I already use blush? Let me see. Or did I use Blossom? I don't know. Let's see. Yep. All right, so blush and Blossom are reading pretty similar on this. Love. Okay, so that gives us, now, is it chaos right now? Yes. Does that bother me? Not at all. Does not bother me at all. However, I know it can be a lot for some. So I tend to just jump in with the mixed media. Like it's like things get on the page. Now, the next thing I want to do, but I'm going to have to let some of this dry, is I am going to come in with the Stellar paste and this stencil. So look at how gorgeous this stencil is. It's pretty. Now, what I'm kind of thinking is I want to use it in two ways. I want to have some of like the kablam, all of the messiness, but then I also want to have like separate butterflies come out on some of my calmer areas. So at that point, I should probably do the butterflies first, actually, and I can use a little bit of washi. We actually did get some washi in our kit, by the way. So I can use a little bit of washi to tape it off a tiny bit and let those butterflies be super prominent, right? And then I can go in like down here and really play up like the mixed media part. So I'm going to run and grab a bite to eat, and I'll meet you right back here. I know it's a super long video, but artsy stuff is fun. So I got a little impatient after lunch and hit it a tiny bit with the heat gun. Now, vellum is totally known for liking to curl up. So it's doing that a little bit, but when the book's flat long enough, it'll, recognize defeat. So at this point, I want to do kind of the messy part of the stencil to add some white. I think that would be pretty. And you know how I was talking about masking off just like the butterflies? You guys, I think I'm going to use Stellar Paste mixed with this Green Paradise Nouveau Shimmer to do the butterflies, because that ties in really nicely with what I want to do with some die cuts in a little bit. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to start over here, and this is just going to be like plopping it on, like not worrying about things being tidy and even or any of that. I just want to get some of this color broken up, and white on top of all kinds of magical stuff does a great job with that. I don't want to fill in the entire stencil though. I want it to be random on purpose. Is that going to be what we're going to do? I think so. I think I need to pick up just a little bit more because I want to make sure that I also have a little bit of the dimension. Careful peeling. You got, stop it. Is that pretty? That is pretty. Now I did get an amount under it, but it does not bother me at all. Let's go ahead and do the same up here. Then I'll have to be really strategic about how I go about doing the little mixy with the green. I don't want to cover everything. I just want to cover some. And I do have a scrappy friend that's like, I don't get it with mixed media, why people put stuff on, even though they know they're going to cover it. And I've told her, she's very smart, and I love her, and she has the best accent. And I've told her, it's like, it's the process. Love it. Now, what I can also do, because I do have some yum-yums on the stencil still, I can just go ahead and kiss it on some of this color that I have, and that's going to give us just a little bit more interest. Nobody can really tell what it is, just that there's something going on, and the eye tends to like that. It's like, okay, you gave us a little action. Perfect. Oh, let me do this thing. Is there any left on here? Not much. I did a pretty good job using my goodies. So perfect. So let's go ahead. Once again, I'm going to try to let that dry a little bit. And I'm also, well, my hand's a mess. I have to go clean up a little bit. And then I want to mix a little bit of our gorgeous Stellar Paste with our Nouveau and do a few little butterflies. Okay, so I did go ahead and used some of our washi to mask off my areas with my butterflies. I better close up my washi. It's getting all benty. And it's really sticky washi, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to use some of the packaging that we received to grab some Stellar Paste and see what it does when we mix it. I have no idea. It's probably way too much for my butterflies, but we are trying to see what we have. So I'm just going to go plop some in. Now let's get our Nouveau. So this is Nouveau Shimmer Powder. This stuff is so magical. Just give it a tap on the hiney. Now, I don't know if there's going to be enough water content in the, how do I always get stuff on myself? In our paste or not to have it separate. So if it doesn't, it's just going to be a, ooh, I just saw, yep, it's separating. So that is going to, like, you can literally see all of these different tones when it legit separates. Come on. So pretty. So what I think I'm going to do is not try to make it perfect. I wonder if I can get a little bit of the streakies in with that. So I'm going to go right across. I have no idea if this is going to work, guys, which is fine because we are just trying to see what we have. Get a little bit of that off. Boop. Oh, you can tell it's a butterfly. It's not perfect, but I like it. Okay. Then let me come down here and get another one. Boop. Like that. And then I have one masked over here that we can definitely bring in. So this was fun. I like the tone. We're bringing in kind of this gorgeous seafoamy, sagey something. That's fun. So darned pretty. I don't want that edge to be super squared off. So I'm just gonna nudge it just a little bit. And then let's go ahead and bring one in right here. I like when my butterflies are flying in all kinds of directions. The reason why I decided to jump in, hurry up and do this now is because I already have the plain white paste that has to dry, so why not? Okay, I have 4. I definitely need 5. So let's go ahead. We have boom, boom. And I think this is supposed to be kind of my main page. I don't know. Kind of. Perfect. Now, I'm going to get this washed up in 2 shakes. But what I like to do, I thought I'd show you what I like to do. So I have some product left over, right? And I know that I want to use, you know what, let me move my book. Because I'm going to do this while things dry. I'm going to make some papers for my scrapbooking events and all of that. I just like to use the extra because I can punch things out and I can use these for layering papers or anything. So since I already have it going, why not use some more of my pretty stuff? So I'm just creating a pretty paper with the stuff that we would normally just have to chuck. And I like it. Do you guys see how it's variegated because of how some of that blue stayed like a stronger pigment? So fun. So yeah, use your little trays. You have them. Then you don't have to clean them. And then this is literally a scrap of white paper and I'm going to be able to put that aside to dry. I'm going to do that with a couple of my other pieces that I have. Like I have paper scraps all the time. So I'm just going to do a little bit of homework, doing the same kind of thing. And then I will have, like I said, stuff to punch out. So I'm thinking we have this. Ooh, I know what I want to do it with. Let's try out. I'm trying to use as much of this as I can. It's really stretching. How cool is that? I like that it looks kind of like spackle right there. Let's try out our, oops, tape runner just went flying, our mesmerizing glitter paste. That would be fun to take it for a nice little spin while we're at it. And I can definitely find some cool stuff to do with this piece of paper. Come off, little guy. Let's just smear. In the interest of not wasting anything, we like to do these things. So super gorgeous. This is giving us lots of glitter, but we're also getting like this cool like blue reflection in all of this mulberry color. So I don't know if you guys like to make little bits of paper, but guys, look at what I already have for when I create again. So pretty. So I'm going to do a little bit of that while this dries. I'm also going to use some of my scrap pieces of white to fussy cut out, or to apply my washi to it to turn them into die cuts. And then I'm going to be able to just fussy cut them out while I let some products dry. But yeah, this is one of those things I like to do with my mixed media goodies. Now, I know we started with leftovers, so always use your leftovers. But if you're like waiting on something on your project And I can bring in any pattern papers I want, but I was like, maybe I'll want this as a paper. Who knows? Future me is going to be very proud of myself. You guys, stop it. Want to see? All right, I'm trying to get all of those bits as much as I can. Oh, so pretty, pretty. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a little homework while we let things set up. While I'm at it, letting things dry, I think I'm going to go ahead and, do I want to? No. I was going to say, do I want to hit the edges a little bit with this? Maybe. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm trying not to mess this up while I have all of these things out. You guys, I have so much stuff going on now because I love to play with all of the pretties. All right. What I was wondering is, do I just go ahead around these edges and give them like a little pizzazz with my leftovers? And now I'm glad that I did. Let's see what we can get done. Oh, I know I'm out of frame. I'm just trying to get these edges and give them a little bit of lumpity bumpity. Oh my Lanta, such messy goodness. Okay, now I'll let it dry. I just had a tiny bit left over and I couldn't bear to wait. Oops, sorry, I know I bumped that. I couldn't bear to waste a drop of it. How fun. And look at that. Just a little bit of extra glitter in with the other stunning pieces. And I have got an even more interesting layout than I did just a second ago from cleaning a palette knife. So this is a little bit more dried. I did have some fun fussy cutting out little bits and pieces from the washi. I think that is such a great way to stretch a supply. So you've got kind of like the clear vibe with the washi, but then you have little die cuts. Like, I love these. I want to do it. I want to go through like the whole roll and do this, but I just wanted to see what I had, and I think they are so cute. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do, because I do know that I want to get some of these gorgeous Simple Stories die cuts on, right? And I love this. Now, normally I would use my tape runner, right? But mixed media tends to like liquid adhesive. This is still a little bit wet. So this is messy, but you put this on here and there's something that calms it right down. I love how that works with mixed media. So yeah, I have all of these layers, but now you just see things that are kind of peeking more than anything. And then my other corner, I don't have a plan. I just know that I like certain things. Where is my favorite T-square ruler? Let's find him. And then I will get this into place. So this is bringing in more of that really gorgeous bright pink. Yeah, that's pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just pretty good. So then I will kind of squish that in. Let me see what it looks like now. Keeping in mind, not bad, not bad. Okay, so we've got that. I feel like it needs just the smallest amount of shimmy. Who knows? Okay, we've got these pieces on, and I really wanted them on. I liked the idea of this piece right here being my title, which is Life Captured, because this is what my life is at this exact time. I have this gorgeous new product to work with. I get to learn, about all the different properties of the mixed media. And then I get to apply the things that I learned from this to scrapbooking. Like, yay, snaps for me. So I like that. So I've got these gorgeous pieces, and I am a fan of these pieces. Now, I like to use as much as possible. However, I love this little piece right here. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, that's going to get layered. But I also have to remember that I have a couple more layouts to do too, and I want to use everything. But we are getting through this. So I like that. We're going to have that nice, strong touch of black. Love it. And I don't have tons of adhesive on there, just enough to keep it down, especially since my mixed media is still wet. Okay, something was so cool about that. And then if I used that, I think this black ink pen would be really cool used over here. So this is kind of vibing like this office-y thing. There we go. That's cool. Okay, I do like this. Now, if I was scrapbooking, I would put a photo on, and sometimes when I am doing mixed media, I do the same. But right now, you guys, look at how cute the film strip is. Ooh, that's another great touch. There's so many things that I want to use in here. Okay, I could use the pink. You know what? Oh, no, I have yellow in here too. I want to put one of these little mouse purses on because I think they're really cute. Or, you know what I could do? I could bring in some of these gorgeous mothies that I had already cut out from the washi. But you guys, there is so much. Look at the size of this washi. And so I just fussy cut out like to here. And it just goes and goes. So that's one of those projects. I think I'll keep playing with it when I'm sitting on the couch because I find it to be just stunning. So I'm going to get some more of, no, I don't have the purple on here right now. I really like the pink. Oh, and I like this like yellowy kind of a tone too. Because I do have that floating around. So this can come over to this butterfly. Well, I mean, they're moths. You know what I mean. Let's, ooh, look at this turquoise. So at this point, I am just seeing what I can layer up that kind of helps tell the story of how I am vibing right now. And every time I create, you guys, I will be coming, ooh, that is so cool. It dries shiny. Oh, that's cool. Every time I create, I will come in a slightly different vibe. Okay, so let me see. I've got some little pieces trimmed right now. I think I want to put this on. Love that. I tend to like a little offset something too. And I think, you know what, if I use this has this really deep purple vibe. Maybe I can put something else. So I have the word grateful there because I was really grateful to get on this team. It is definitely my kind of vibe. So I have that there with this deep purpley, like grape or eggplanty color, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add it over here too. So it looks like I did that on purpose. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And then I also have this little bit where this little guy is flying in. And I just really am putting the adhesive in the center of it so that they're kind of flying, kind of not, kind of flying. So I have a lot of white space and I have to decide how I feel about that. I do have to decide. Do I want to use anything else? Right now I'm really happy with where it is. So I don't want to force it. Ooh, I did see a pretty little floral cluster that I like. Okay, and it's got this gorgeous little aqua tone. I'm going to just go ahead and plop it right there. Bring that down and decorate up this little bit, a tiny bit. So now, you guys, that's so cool that it's shiny. I'm going to pick it up so you can see that. Wonder where that is. You guys, look at the shine from the Stellar paste. Oh, like that it's giving me a little something something. Okay, I have that. Now my handwriting's atrocious, but it does make me want to like do a little writing. Very interesting. You know what I could do? Let me see what I feel about this Posca. Now this Posca It's a nice deep red, and I don't have a lot of that vibe on here. So why don't I like bring it in almost like enamel dots, where I can do just boop, 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 cute little mark making. And that way it's not gonna overwhelm. You know what? I have that grateful word, and then I also have together. Sorry, we had to pivot really quickly. And I have this together word. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that right there. That's already fussy cut out, so why not? All right, and this is where I was saying I'm using these little red bits for mark making. Because sometimes you might have a color that's super strong, and I don't want it to overwhelm, but I definitely want to see it. Just little boop, boop, boop. I like my little dots. And then I can just do some kind of rando as well. Just little bits of 3 are making me kind of happy. Happy times here. You guys, how am I going to even photograph this? Because I'm so messy. But that's okay. I love it. Up in that little cluster with my butterflies as well. You guys, that is just plain fun. Fun, 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 fun. Okay. So now the next thing I like to think about is background and foreground and foreground and background, right? So I clearly have plenty in the background, but I really don't have a lot going on in the foreground. So what I'm going to do is grab, that's the world's biggest paintbrush. You guys, I had so much fun creating papers, so I hope you guys watch my I do know how to say words. I'm testing my papers. Ugh, they're soaking wet still. Let me show you this one. I did this with just a paintbrush and this ink refill, and I have this little floral design that's gonna be so fun as scrapbook paper. Anyway, so I hope you guys come back next week and take a look at my layout process videos. So I added just a tiny bit of distress paint into my fancy little palette that I have here, also known as packaging. And I'm doing that just to, I'm putting some water in, just so that I can get some movement with it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing some of this paint to pop in splatty bits, because it brings the background to the foreground for me. So it's not just that I have, you know, pretty scrapbooking product just on top. I also want to see some of the mixed media coming through as well. But truly, guys, that will be completing this layout. I had, well, it's not a layout, this spread in my art journal. I had lots of fun creating it with it because it allowed me to get to know most of my product better. So I think that was an absolute hoot. And might as well use as much of this as I can. So I'm going to make sure to get a little bit of it on my sweet little butterflies so that they get to be all integrated in as well. Okay, super, super fun, guys. Let me show, I'm gonna save this as a little tray. So I'm gonna bring this up. Let me get all of my papers out. And guys, I'll reuse these over and over and over. They are not gonna go to waste. I'll just tuck them in the back of my art journal. But super fun spread. I left white space on purpose because sometimes you just gotta let the mixed media be the messy, and then you can calm down just a little bit. So you guys, I'm so grateful to be on this team together with a bunch of amazing creatives. I'll trim this a little bit, and then guys, I'll be back ever so soon with another video. Bye for now, friends.